What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we're going to be discussing our Black Series Holy Grails.
Yes.
We're taking it all the way back, Justin, to the very first episode of Figure It Out with this one.
I wasn't even part of episode 1, but I was part of episode 2 onward. Bit of fun trivia for you. Nate, we've been collecting this line for ages. But we don't have everything.
That's facts.
There are plenty of things that we have been able to get our grubby little mitts on due to Hasbro's nature of re-releasing things and just keeping things in circulation over the past decade, over a decade. So, for example, some things that were Grails are pretty much no longer Grails, like the Boba Fett and Han and Carbonite SDCC set. The first SDCC set is no longer a Grail because we got a single release of the Han and Carbonite. So, like, some things were Grails and they're not anymore. We've got some Grails. We still need some Grails.
But before we jump in, real quick, we are at ICC-Con this weekend, right now, while you're watching this. Well, we're not there yet if you're watching it early, but Friday, Saturday, me, Justin, Monday Night Figure Ball, bunch of other people.
Zach, Tommy.
We're all going to be there. So if you see us around the convention floor, say hi. We're going to have some goodies for anyone who stops by to say hello. So we hope to see you there. We're going to be sifting through all the 3 3/4 figures. Justin's going to buy a hot toy.
Bro, I'm resisting. All right?
Yeah, hashtag resist slop toys going out this weekend. But let's jump into the actual list of Holy Grails, my brother. We have 2 that we actually share, that we're both on a quest for. And by on a quest for, I think it would realistically mean like finding either of these for an extremely good price.
Yeah. Not willing to drop the big bucks on these.
Right. The first one we're going to discuss is the 2015 Chewbacca prototype. This was a Hasbro employee gift set. This thing goes for over $900. Speaking of ICC-Con, we actually saw this in person last year.
Very true. And that was a treat in and of itself.
Yeah, I think seeing it in person helped me just... like, I feel better about it because I've seen it with my own eyeballs. So,
yeah.
While it would be cool to own, I certainly could not see myself paying over $900 for something like this, but...
Right. It is objectively the rarest item in the Black Series because it was limited to between 400 and 500 sets. It was like some Hasbro employee gift set for Force Awakens.
Right.
And speaking of us seeing that in person, right next to it, Nate, was the second General Grail we have, which is the Mexico 4-pack.
Yes. Well, the figures inside of it are definitely dated and are
extremely
pretty inexpensive for the most part. Obviously, Leia, still a pretty expensive figure, but the other ones, pretty cheap. However, historical piece of the Black Series.
Like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, I think this one just goes down as, like, such an oddball release. It was just, at the time... 3 peg warmers and Boba Fett crammed into a box, and we would be frothing at the mouth to get something like this, but it was only available in Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico, Walmart. So there have been events in other countries where there's like a convention exclusive item. We just saw that with the Ronin set, but I believe this is the only instance of a retailer getting an exclusive item like in its own country.
Okay.
Like, this is Mexico Walmart exclusive. I don't get it. It goes for over $400. I'm not going to pay that much for these figures, but I just think it would be the coolest novelty ever. Could go right somewhere right here. That's kind of the idea with those two. Like, those would just be like out of the basement set pieces.
Right. Now, my brother, I'm going to dive in to some of my Grails. Not too many left.
Right.
Not too many left. Shadow Squadron was up there for a long time. We both got that.
True.
So my first Grail is actually the 2014 SDCC Jabba the Hutt exclusive set. honestly got devalued. Only goes for about $115 these days, which is a lot less than what it used to go for.
True.
And
the packaging.
This one I definitely would want simply just for the packaging. It's got a very nice display. You get Jabba, you get Salacious, you get a nice back. It's cardboard, but you get a nice background.
Yeah, the hookah green thing.
Right, the
Yeah.
railing is actually there. That's not cardboard. Mm-hmm. It also has like a little cardboard Han in carbonite too, which is kind of weird.
Okay, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, when you're looking at the pictures, you'll see them there, and you're just like, why couldn't they just include the plastic one that they already made?
Right.
But it's just an interesting piece. Again, I couldn't actually see myself paying like $115 for this.
Because we did find it at one point at Kokomo Toys.
Right, but you know, someone has it 50, 60 bucks and I'm in the right mood.
Right.
You know,
Because, of course, they re-released it, but this is more so the novelty of just that original, like, the packaging. Because, like you said, the cardboard, where it's, like, the throne
yep.
thing, so...
Another SDCC set I am continuing to quest after is the 2017 Thrawn set. Justin, you got this last year thanks to Zoo Boy, and got it signed by Timothy Zahn, which was crazy.
That was, like, a pretty crazy double whammy
Right.
of an ICC con.
This was a set that you and I had searched after for a very long time, so you finally got yours. I'm still looking to get this one. It goes for about $120, and honestly, again, under the right circumstances, I would probably pay close to that because I do actually really want this one. Again, it's got great packaging. You get some exclusive accessories that have
Oh,
not...
it's, like, packed with so much cool stuff.
The thing that always catches my eye, the Calicori.
Yeah.
It'd be so awesome to have Hera holding that on the shelf, but then, you know, I'd have to... Is it snipped in there? Is it zip tied in there? Or like a little tie thing?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would have to... I haven't opened mine at all. I'm just going to keep it in box since it's signed and, you know, superior Thrawn figures have came out. So I don't want to mess around with opening that. I just really like the presentation. Very special to me since Zooboy gifted it to me as an engagement/wedding present. Yeah, I mean, the Calicori, the Temple Guard helmet, Gree helmet, the Holy Grail, which I got schooled in by Timothy Zahn because I'm not an Indiana Jones fan.
Blasphemy. Neither am I.
It's a great set, though, and I do hope you find this one someday.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe this weekend. Although, honestly, I got some other Holy Grails, you know, an SH Figure Arts Holy Grail I've already pre-acquired, and a TVC Holy Grail,
That's
which
true.
I will definitely be making a video on, and if you watch the live streams, you'll know what it is, but if you only watch Figure It Out, enjoy the tease. My last two here go hand in hand. They were both released at the same time, and these are the 2019 Star Wars Celebration Phantom Menace cardback exclusives. It's Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Holographic card back.
Yep, this one, again, I feel like a big theme of all of my wants are basically packaging related.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
Particularly, these are a little more nostalgic, and they're two great characters. And
True.
we did get some regular retail released Phantom Menace cardback figures, like there was a Best Buy wave, so
Right.
it's kind of like I have a few of those. I would like to have these two. Don't really want to pay around the $50, $60 range just for the package, especially when Maul's an inferior figure.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan is, you know, I already have two Obi-Wans, so it's like buying a third one.
Yeah.
But it is also a little bit more special because I believe these were released, was this Celebration Chicago?
2019, yeah. I think so.
So the year that we messed up big time and did not go to Star Wars Celebration when it was so close to us, although it was sequel trilogy slop era, so it probably, you know, would have been fun to be there, but at the same time, like...
This was also in the Pizza Hut era, so I don't know if I was financially ready for that sort of thing.
That's fair. That is definitely fair, but I think that just adds to it a little bit because it was like, I was so close to being able to just acquiring them. But,
True.
You know, we didn't end up going, so those are my Black Series Holy Grails.
Yep. I hope you get some. this weekend, maybe, at ICCCon, which kind of sparked this whole topic because in our little ICCCon group, we have like pinned messages of our wish list, and I was like, what am I still looking for as far as Black Series? Like, modern Black Series collecting is very easy to do. You just hit pre-order and you get your item.
Yep.
Like, exclusives, mainline, whatever. It's not a hard line to collect as it once was. So I really had to sit down and think, man, like, as far as older releases, what am I still after? So I came up with these 3 things.
This list is wild, but I respect it. I respect it.
It's more so little items.
Yeah.
Like, just little pieces and items, which we'll get into. Which is funny, because yours was mostly packaging and presentation. Mine are actual, just little items. So
You're basically questing after accessories, brother.
Right. So this first one, I need that green hookah and the cradle from the Jabba set. Now, this set that is on Nate's Grail list did get a re-release in 2023 with sharper paint apps on Jabba and, you know, the railing, the hookah, and an updated version of Salacious Crumb that has more leg articulation. That was also in the creature pack.
No cardboard throne.
No cardboard throne.
Very important.
Yeah, but it's an accessory that I've always wanted, but when they did the re-release, I was like, I'm not going to rebuy this just to get...
Same. I was in the same boat. I passed on the re-release, even though I am in the same boat, and I'm like, I would just take the railing piece at this point. Like, if we're on the con floor on the prowl this weekend and I see the railing piece, I might grab it.
Yeah. It is a little expensive. The aftermarket, it's about $68. I mean, it's under retail, but still, it's like just the thought of rebuying that entire figure just for the small amount of accessories that I want. Spoilers, I think I am going to acquire this. I think I have some deals and puppet strings in the work for a lot of these. So we'll see. We shall see. Everybody, wish me luck at ICCC. I think the stars are aligning on some of these things. Because another one of my grails is the Cad Bane and Toto 360 set that came out in 2020. It was like a UK Hasbro Pulse event exclusive thingy.
Yeah, it was very hard to get.
Yeah.
Sold out super quick. I was lucky enough, and we had someone reach out who had one, and I just so happened to be the one that responded, so...
I just need Toto. Like, the Cad Bane is the same Cad Bane as the single release, but I love little droids and little companions and just the small creatures or droids and just any world building that I can get my hands on in the Black Series, especially from OT or PT era. That's really where I'm at. I want to get Toto 360, and he's articulated, and I know I could 3D print one and paint it, but I want the official one, and it's just kind of an elusive set. Again, this was like some UK Hasbro Pulse event thing.
Right.
And finally, it sounds so weird to call this a grail because this one isn't a grail. This is just something I desire. This is like something that was previously released, and it's a little piece out of a set that I desire, but I'm just not willing to pick up the set. And that is the Galaxy's Edge Creature Pack from 2022 that had like 2 Kowakian Monkey Lizards, the Bogling, the Minoc.
Right.
It's just a bunch of repacked nonsense, but they did a repaint of Salacious Crumb to make it look like Pick Muck Muck, who is Hondo's Kowakian Monkey Lizard.
Right.
And I'm just like, you know what? I want it. Ever since Zooboy went out of his way to get his Pick Muck Muck, I was like, you know what? I want my Pick Muck Muck.
I bought this set when it came out, and I think it was totally worth it for Pick Muck Muck, and it was finally nice to have a Kowakian Monkey Lizard that looks like Salacious Crumb. It's not technically Salacious Crumb.
It's just a generic monkey lizard.
Yeah.
But I did get that because someone was selling they were like piecing out that set, so I did buy the Salacious, so I have that in the display, but I I don't know. I never wanted to pick up the set just because it was mostly repacks, and it's only like $28, and I'm like, nah, I refuse. I'll get Pick Muck Muck one way or another, and I think our boy Zach from Black Series Cantina is gonna hook me up. But I mean, for me, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of Grails because, again, I just feel like we always find a way.
Yeah.
We always have found a way to acquire what we wanted, whether it be just some odd situation, a good find at a secondhand shop, toy shop, or Hasbro re-releasing stuff. So, like, sometimes Grails just become not Grails anymore.
Yep.
And that's where we're at. So I want the Cad Bane and Toto 360 set. I want the Jabba hookah piece with the railing. And, I mean, the updated Jabba. It has sharper paint, too.
Yeah.
And I want my Pick Muck Muck. Those are my Grails.
There you go. And that's what we've got for you on this week's episode of Figure It Out. So hopefully you enjoyed this slightly shorter episode. Not really all that much shorter, but we're at ICC Con. So come say hi.
Yeah. Got Figure It Out stickers. Got Out of the Basement stickers.
That's true. We're just going to be giving them away. So come say hello and get some stickers. With that being said, that's all we have for you this week. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. And if you are in a position to help support us directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out in the description down below. And while you're there, click that link to join the Discord. That one's totally free, and you get linked up with us and other like-minded members of the community.
That's
so
true.
Check that out while you're down there. I'm Nate. I'm going to join with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you next time on Out of the Basement.